Hello and welcome back to yet another amazing episode of the American Truck Simulator Let's Play. What are we doing today? Do we get to do cool things involving driving far?
I feel
maybe
like
flying around?
You've been doing that, right?
I don't know. What's the job market got for us? Is it anything exciting? Carry this human corpse across state lines.
It's a truck. It's gotta be like a pile of human corpses.
See, that's true. Well, I don't know. All that matters is how much they're paying, Bob.
Okay. Alright. That seems pretty far.
Pretty good.
Las Vegas to Carson City.
Yeah, that second one seems like a better deal because it's a shorter distance. World of Trucks. Is that like World of Tanks?
Is that where you go to buy new trucks?
No. No, it's just a website that ties in with the game.
Oh, I had no idea. Wait. We need to check.
Yeah.
Make sure the cargo's on
Oh,
there.
they're transferring cars.
We've got trucks this time, pickup trucks.
We're trucking trucks.
And we've got a couple of Mustangs.
No, those are different. Those are Mustwangs.
Mustwangs.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if the logo actually looks like, but I can't zoom.
It looks kind of like it is a Ford logo.
It
Kind
does.
of.
Huh. Okay, anything. It looks good.
You know what's really tasty? Monster Irish Blend.
Mm-hmm. That's good stuff.
You know what it kind of tastes like? Like somebody just poured sugar and cinnamon into a creamer. Said, drink this. And I'm like, sure.
I'd do it.
I should put that in my body. And then I did. Today's episode of American Truck Simulator is sponsored by Monster Energy Drink.
Or we wish it were.
Unleash the monster.
I'd love free Monster.
Free Monster isn't safe for you guys, I don't think.
I consider the fact that I consider one of the larger benefits of me no longer working at CVS, take your drinks, that I don't have to drink energy drinks every day.
Yeah, that can't be good for you.
Oh,
No, it's not.
You drank the energy drinks while we worked at CVS because you needed them? I always drink them because they're good. Wow, okay.
Maybe it's not just a physical need for the caffeine and B vitamins, Jim. Maybe it's a psychological need for the pleasure in those cans to enter my body and keep me from ending my life in a pharmacy bathroom with a garden hose.
Why did you have a garden hose in there?
Exactly for that purpose.
Oh, okay.
Let's be honest.
James finds me in there, takes off my pants, brings the store manager in the morning. Clearly he was jerking it while choking himself. Just got a bit carried away. That doesn't make any sense. How come he's just lying on the ground and the garden hose is like all loose now and it looks like his pants were taken off by someone else? Takes a cop in there. Clearly she was choking him and jerking him off and he accidentally kicked her face in. Wow, this doesn't make any sense at all. The first officer I called kicked her face in while jerking him off, and God, none of this. Oh God, now I'm gonna have to kill you too.
Luckily, James is a skilled murderer.
He's just snapping heads and kicking in faces left and right.
Yes.
Isn't that something they ask you on your resume when submitting a truck driver application?
At very least, that's what they ask at CVS.
Yes.
In the case of yet another bath salts incident, since we're in Florida.
Yeah, you remember whenever that stuff all kicked off, the sheriff who came in at night and took all the bath salts off the shelf because they thought they were talking about that sort of bath salt?
I remember that.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Now. Yep.
I mean, I didn't know about what that was until that incident, but I am not in the law enforcement.
Right. It's not your responsibility to look up and understand these things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in.
that.
He came in with that.
Took in all of our Epsom salts and other such bath salts.
Because you and I were both like looking at each other, and we're like, I don't think that's how that works. Like what they're actually talking about.
I'm like, wouldn't they just shit their brains out? Because that's what it does. If you consume Epsom salt, it makes you shit your brains out.
Yeah, it's a laxative.
It's a laxative.
I had no idea.
And then even weirder, he was taking some of the scented weird ones that would definitely have much worse effects on you.
To be honest, I don't remember him taking the plain Epsom salt. He just took the stuff that was labeled bath salts, like the scented stuff.
Yeah. Like, we're just selling the shit at CVS, and it took until the year 2014 for someone to think, I'm gonna eat this. Or 2012, more likely. Or 2010. I was at CVS for way too long. People are like, oh yeah, man, they treat you terribly at Walmart. I'm like, no, they don't. Now CVS, they treat you like shit. They're like, what, really? And I'm like, yep, go talk to the guy in the bakery. He'll agree with me.
This guy. You see that guy?
Yeah, he's just... He's just a maniac.
Ah.
He's a maniac. Maniac.
Oh my god!
What?
That was...
They were communicating on a psychic level. I'll come in at this speed as long as you go fast enough to avoid me. Is a real initial D moment. See, Jim locked his wheel into the diagonal gutter and just came around real fast. Where's our initial D game? A good one.
Right.
Why didn't Criterion make that?
I don't know. I feel like there was some phone game where you drifted and you got girls.
Like, that sounds right.
I remember playing the arcade, the initial D games in the arcade, with my old roommate, and you got to save your progress on a little plastic card.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was pretty sweet. I wasn't never really into racing games, but I thought that was cool and fun.
Yeah.
Because we multiplayer, with your friend beside you. So I mean, that's a cool aspect of it. And plus, you got this little card to save your progress on. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I had the card for a long time, even after we never played it anymore, just because it was cool. I don't know what ended up happening to it. I don't think I threw it away. Probably still have it somewhere, just don't know where.
Did I still have an initial D arcade unit over at that place in the mall?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like I know they had some racing thing.
The arcade that had the initial D units was Diamond Gems.
Oh wow, that was a long time.
Not Diamond Gems. It was the one that
Aladdin's Castle.
No, it wasn't even Aladdin's Castle.
Before it was Aladdin's Castle?
Yeah, there were two arcades in the mall, right?
One was Diamond Gems, and that one got closed and overrun by the food court.
Yeah. Maybe they were in Aladdin's Castle. I just don't remember right because it was this was like 2006 or 7, something like that.
If it was that late, yeah, it had to have been Aladdin's Castle.
Yeah.
You okay over there, Dan?
This is real relevant commentary for...
No, it's just malls are a touchstone of the disappointment of my age and era.
Oh, we just gave Dane some existential crisis over there.
No, just some
He's gonna
generational
jump out the
angst. Not angst as in fear, just generally being pissed off at people who got to live during a better era. Whatever. I get to record videos and put them on the internet. So that way 600 people can watch and go, they don't deserve any of my money. Sorry, 596 people.
There you go. Sounds like arcades are pretty much dying in Japan too, which is sad.
We were talking specifically about our mall, right?
Right.
And I just was thinking about it growing up in Diamond Gyms and the software stores that they had in the...
Babbage's.
The way the store was structured and the self-importance, the aesthetic of the mall was, you know? Because every time they redesigned it, it got less and less flashy and less amazing, and every time it got more and more utilitarian and less cool. Like, the fucking arcade used to be a shortcut between two different ends, and both ends had a CRT on it, faced out towards the walkway that played some video, and it was fucking cool. Inside the arcade was dark, and was lit by all the arcades, which was also fucking cool. You look at it now, it is a very, very well lit arcade with really shitty machines. I mean, shit. Like, all you have to look at is that gyrocopter game to get pissed that arcades are dead. Because that thing was dope as fuck.
I wonder if they even have an arcade, or how that mall over in Pensacola is doing. That's one night.
I'm trying to remember how that arcade is, because I feel like I went through there.
That's the first place I played Soul Calibur.
Really?
Yeah. It's good stuff.
They had that Soul Calibur 2 game with the amazing online mode that still won't be replicated by any console version ever.
That's frustrating.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
They're leaving money on the goddamn table. Let me explain to you this dope-ass online mode, Gilmore.
Yeah, I never...
3 different factions. You're fighting online. Every person who plays online leaves ghost data for other people to fight. And then you fight through 5 fucking scrubs and then a badass. If you succeed at all these, you help your faction get more points and pull ahead.
Yep.
And there are many, many cities that you can fight to take over and shit like that. That was Soul Calibur 2 in 2002 or 1 or 2000. That was a billion years ago. Why have they not put this in any of the numerous Soul Caliburs since then?
Because they stopped trying on Soul Calibur games?
Soul Calibur 5, I guess. Did you have to put it on the box? You were fucking giving marketing a fucking aneurysm. The guys down at marketing are dropping like flies. One of them leapt out the window today.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 5. I wish that we could find better documentation on development for that sort of game.
Because it was a fucking mixed ass.
Yeah, there's so many weird, like, halfway done things of story mode was clearly not even close to completed. Interviews were talking about things that never made it in.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Yeah, but I have no idea what happened with that game, and I would love to.
I would too.
I thought I liked 4 better. I liked 4 better. I think I talked to you about this, Dan. I liked 4 better because the character customization was a lot better. Well, I felt it was a lot better in 4 than 5.
Yeah.
I thought their whole...
I guess it's probably subjective and arguable, but I felt like they trimmed a bunch of customization options out.
4 was definitely a much more done game, I think.
Yes, that is just objectively true, but it also just runs worse.
Yeah.
And has worse fidelity.
Definitely.
By a substantial amount.
I never understood at 3 is pretty much when they decided to do all that creative character stuff, and they just really dug into that for those 2 games.
4 and 5?
Yeah, for 3 and 4, and then 5 still had it, but like he was saying, there weren't as many options.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I thought it was a weird departure for the series to take.
It's been so long that I can't remember exactly what about the character customization was cut out that I was disappointed about. I just remember that I was deeply disappointed and ultimately didn't really play the game that much. Whereas my wife and I both played the crap out of Soul Calibur 4.
Anybody have any other disappointing touchstones that stretch generations?
Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Any particular one, or just all of it?
Speaking of which, Phil... I guess I should tell our audience. So we do an E3 party, right? We do it every year. James here, Jim Ratgazer, came to his first one in 2014, and he was talking about how much he was disappointed by the reboot of Tomb Raider, right? That, Lara Croft was a strong, independent character. But what happened is he was talking to me quietly about that, or I knew that from our past conversations, and our friend Phil's just loudly proclaiming that the reboot's incredible, it's the best Tomb Raider, and anyone who doesn't like it is a jackass or whatever. Like, he can't understand any reason they wouldn't have for liking it. Bye.
Well, that wasn't our stuff. That was
Why was there
else.
a green? Are all of them there all the time, just waiting for us to activate these green cubes and try to park freight at the wrong place?
That was the place where you hire other drivers. So you could stop there at any point in time and hire other drivers.
That was a Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, okay. That checks out.
It was a what?
Wait, what does this say? I want to see what this says.
Today is what? Oh my god! Oh
maybe,
my god!
Maybe don't ruin us. Marts versus Sabers. Free parking.
As everyone gets pissed.
But Phil, yeah, he was talking smack. He was saying like anyone who didn't like it's a jackass and didn't like Tomb Raider. That was one of the things he said that really just pushed it over the edge for me. Where he's just like, if you don't like the new Tomb Raider, you're not a real fan.
Yeah, he didn't. Say
what he said.
like
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, you keep sitting here and shitting on this, or I was like, James here actually, he didn't like the reboot, and he's a Tomb Raider fan. You keep shitting on people like that. The very least is you can hear like why he thinks that, and then James, you have a pretty good contact point with how James talks now, having watched this many episodes of the series. So he takes a moment to how do I phrase this? The new Tomb Raider, and then Phil just goes over on top of him, and he's like, "This is stupid. That's stupid." Like, he just started talking over him with this really dismissive tone, and I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck? Like, you just asked him because he asked you." I remember that. He was like, "What? Why do you like that?" And then you start to say something, and he starts talking over you, and I'm like, "Why the fuck? Would you do that? That's really rude, man. You just spent this whole time, 10 minutes straight, shitting on people who feel like he does. You ask him why he likes it, and then you just start talking over him. How rude."
We never saw Philly again.
He didn't come to E3 the next year. He had come every year before that.
He tried to completely change the subject, talking to someone else.
In the middle of you trying to...
Yeah, he said something about, because he likes the new stuff in the direction they're trying to take it, that makes him a good fan or something. And I'm like, no, that doesn't make you a fan. That makes you crazy.
That's always frustrating when people are like, no.
Makes you a crazy fanboy.
Real fans will deal with anything they do.
You're right, and I hear that too much.
About DMC
Yes, and
all sorts of other stuff.
I feel like there have been many series where that sort of junk has come up. It's like, no, why?
Yeah.
Pretty sure Sonic fanboys say that sort of junk.
I mean, they're all crazy, so
right.
Who even cares? But yeah, no. So he doesn't live here anymore.
Who, Phil?
Phil, yeah, he moved. He moved to a place in Alabama to get a better deal on rent. Maybe run away from his landlords. I'm not too clear on that. He didn't make that too clear. Because he owes them money. And, get a promotion within his company he was working at. So he's definitely not coming to E3 next year.
This year, you mean?
This year. Well, you know what I mean.
Right.
The next E3.
The year doesn't start till E3 happens. It's just true, Internet.
You can't argue with that. Because if you can, you're tackling crazy. What are you doing? But yeah, that Tomb Raider reboot, that is not Tomb Raider per se.
Yeah,
it's definitely a very different
thing.
I don't even remember what Tomb Raider it was at that point in time.
It was the first reboot.
Tomb Raider.
Oh my god, what was that?
But
Him rolling back hit a cop.
Oh my
I could see the lights from here flashing.
Was it a cop or was it just a rando?
It was
the cop was behind the rando.
Oh man!
And now the rando wants to hit you?
Yeah, but anyway, earlier you asked about the boom. I forgot to put my parking brake on, so my truck stalled out trying to go up this hill. And it rolled backwards.
Okay.
We lost money.
God!
These assholes are so impatient.
I don't hear him saying anything. Is he just breathing heavily into the phone?
It was literally just Banana Phone. Like the song Banana Phone.
Why did we give our phone number up to these guys again?
I don't know.
It
That'll
doesn't
teach
seem
us
necessary.
to display our phone number on Madison Square.
I'm not sure that any other truck driver in the world shares their cell phone number with the randos.
Look,
that
they
are
made the
making a
business card.
delivery.
We made the business card. It had our official home phone number on the fucking business card, and we just gave it out. It's not a great idea, but now we have to live with it.
So basically,
Look, the Ghost gave out their ghost phone number to these guys.
So you basically made these business cards and then felt you needed to use them because you spent the money on them.
Basically.
That makes you an asshole.
I like to think of myself as a truck artist. But, yeah. Tomb Raider's definitely been down and down and down since, like, 3.
Yeah, even... Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, we're
And
gonna
3
use
wasn't... 3 wasn't even a great one.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
it's
was
just
any of the PS2 gen except Tomb Raider? Because I never really got into this series. I think the most I played of any was actually the reboot.
Yeah, I think you could easily say that.
Yeah. Because the other ones I've played demos of, and then...
You didn't play 6 hours of the demo.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully.
No, I didn't. The control scheme on those old games is just so harsh.
Yeah. There's some real race car ass 3D.
Yeah. The PS1 had some of the, like, us getting used to 3D game creation, making some of the worst games.
I remember the first, like, new generation Tomb Raider that came out after 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Angel of Darkness or whatever, I think was what it was.
Yeah.
Playing that, oh god, it was terrible. She handled like a cement truck. It was terrible trying to play an action platformer where your character just handled so terribly.
Yeah, and that was...
Like,
that was when we should have been getting better at it.
yeah,
Yeah.
They tried to give her momentum, I think. Is what they were trying to do.
What?
So,
Probably to make the animations look better.
yeah, maybe. I'm probably just doing this the hard way.
I think so. Because that thing's not even on that side of you. It's like... Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I should just pull in there. Come into that angle.
What's up, Bob?
You crushed a man, $100 fine. Is that cheaper than last time? Is this getting
Why is
cheaper
the
to
cost
kill
of
people?
human life going down? Let's talk about that, Bernie Sanders.
Cost of human life is too damn high!
This is some real, blood sport shit right here. Bob, we need to watch more 80s action movies.
We do.
I find those things deeply and truly spiritual
They are
and
amazing.
inspirational.
They
Nothing makes me want to make films like watching American Ninja and bullshit like that.
Yes, they are the quintessential classics
Yes.
that everything strives to be, or should.
I mean, the weird thing though is like it feels more pure when they do it because there's an honesty, you know? Because like things like, oh, what's the name of that one that came out?
That was okay.
Yeah, that seems kind of strange. I don't feel good about that, so I'm going to try to do it a little
God
bit.
damn it! What was the name of that? Like, you know, crazy over the top kung fu movie that was like crazy and involved time travel and
whatever,
Nazis and
Oh, Kung Fury.
Kung Fury. Like Kung Fury is just like parodying that.
Right.
They don't. There's a pure enjoyability to. This guy is a ninja, believe us, and he had training from this Japanese man who is also Japanese, believe us. And he was an ex-Green Beret, but now we gotta send him in to save the president? Like, I honestly, I don't know, man. Like, I watched those movies and I'm deeply enthused that they got a helicopter shot. Wow.
I feel like...
Yeah, high value makes the most sense, right?
Yeah. And then from there, we should just fill out hazardous cargo before we upgrade any of the other ones.
Right. Because we're not really paying for the fuel, are we?
No, not yet.
Right. So, fuck that. Get that money!
GigaBoots has been brought to you by our glorious producers, Vincent Poverk, Cywolf, and Gary Owen via our Patreon. Consider becoming a GigaBoots patron today.